Hey guys, welcome to week 8 and 9, because I didn't do last week's. But just to give you a rundown, for week 9, week 9, I got sick at the beginning of the week, so it was really hard for me to get up and do my workouts and just do life, because when I get sick, it's just my whole body kind of shuts down. So that was the hard part this week. But on the bright side is that I gained 2 pounds of muscle and lost 0.5 body fat percentage. Excuse me. So that was good. And then I've just kind of been, or at least the beginning of the week, I was kind of just recovering from the half marathon that I had the weekend prior. And actually, for my half marathon, so I'm getting winded. For my half marathon, this is the third one. My normal time has been 2 hours and 30 minutes, but this time, I didn't train as much as I wanted to, but going through to my 30 minutes to an hour workout sessions with Fit for Lincoln helped me, I guess, in a way train for it. And I actually finished this half marathon in 2 hours and 9 minutes. So that's 21 minutes under my normal time, which is really good, and I'm really proud of myself because I didn't think I was going to do that well. This is the shirt actually that we got. So that was me this week, recovering from the half marathon, trying to survive through my summer class, being sick, and gained 2 pounds of muscle and lost 0.5 body fat percentage. You know what I mean. So it's a good thing. I'm going on the right way, or at least in the right direction. It's a week 9, so I would hope I'm going in the right direction. When I met with my nutritionist this weekend, or yesterday, Saturday, and I was just telling him giving him the rundown too, and I actually, week 8 was the mark of me officially losing 10 pounds in 8 weeks, and he was saying that was really good, and it's a normal thing. It's not an excessive amount of weight to be losing, and he was good job, you're doing everything good. And I was well, I mean, it's thanks to them that they're helping with the workouts and guiding me with the workouts and everything. And he's yeah, but essentially you're the one doing it. So yay. It's been hard, but it's gotten a lot easier. It does make me sad because I can't eat as much because I get full. It's not because I shouldn't. I mean, I also shouldn't, but it's I eat smaller portions because I get full quicker. And then I don't crave chocolate as much. I mean, I do, but it's oh, I want chocolate, and then life goes on. I don't get it. Where before it was oh, I want chocolate. I still want chocolate. I need chocolate. I'm gonna go buy some chocolate, you know? So yeah. Week 8 was a kicker in the butt. It was a kicker in the butt because I had to deal with finals, and I'm in nursing school, so finals in nursing school aren't easy. They're not the kind where I could study the night before or the day of and pass, because they'll be which orange is more orange? But they're all orange. But which one's the most orange? So I had to study a lot. And I actually started studying the week prior to finals because I was hanging on a thin thread for nursing school and passing my classes. So I had to get a certain percentage in my exams to be able to pass the class and move on forward to the next semester. Thankfully, thank God, thank the Lord Jesus Christ, I passed all my classes. But week 8 took a huge toll on me, and I worked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which were the days of my finals. Woke up at 4:30. I worked out 5. I think I did the whole hour, so from like 5 to 6. And Monday worked out helped me like just release all the stress and release all my anxiety. I mean, I was still nervous, but like normal amount of nervousness. So Monday was fine. Tuesday morning was fine. I was fine. I got out of my test and my anxiety started kicking in because Wednesday was the day of like, it was pretty much the most important final because it was a class that I have been struggling with all semester, and I was currently passing the class going into the final, but in order for me to maintain that grade, I had to get a certain percentage, like I said before. So that's when my anxiety started kicking in because I started getting worried that I wasn't going to meet it, and I just felt like I didn't have enough time to study for it, and like I was studying for it, but my anxiety was kicking in, so it's like it was an on and off studying because it's like study, and then thinking, like, am I doing enough? Why am I not doing enough? Like, just overload thinking and just assuming things and negativity in my brain, which was not fun at all. But it's like Tuesday, I had anxiety, but it was kind of like internally, where like my body just didn't feel comfortable in my own body because I knew it was feeling weird. I knew it was the anxiety, and that everything was kind of like slowly coming and kicking in. And so Tuesday wasn't so great for me, because it was just like nerves, stress, worries, and well, then day was over. I woke up Wednesday morning. I actually didn't sleep well at all. I mean, I did sleep, but not very well Wednesday, and because of the stress and the nerves. And so I woke up at 4:30, and I went to work out, and hoping that the workout again would help me release my stress, release my anxiety, just release all of that energy, and like come home, shower, fresh, and going into like studying or reviewing because my exam was at 1 p.m. But it didn't help. Worked out for an hour. It didn't help. I came home, I showered, and that's when it, like, physically, externally, the anxiety kicked in. I would be studying, and then I would have a mini anxiety attack, where it was like tears, can I do this, can I not do this, kind of thing. And I got several of those from like around 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I had a couple of those, and they just kept going and going and going and going, and it was really annoying because I was trying to study. Like, I needed to study and was trying to study and trying to review everything that we had learned throughout the semester. But because my brain was in that like anxiety mode, it wouldn't let me focus completely. It was like kind of an on and off thing. It's terrible. It was a terrible feeling. And long story short, I emailed professor to see if we can accommodate. They suggested for me to like take the test another day, but I didn't feel like that was gonna help me because I was still gonna have anxiety, you know. And I was just like, nope, I'll just take it. It's okay, like it's fine. So I went into the test and I took it. I did almost get an anxiety attack during the test, but I stopped it because I was like, stop. Yeah. So I took the test. I walked out not passing by 1 point. So you can imagine. And if you can't, let me tell you, it was not a pretty sight. So because I knew that I didn't pass it by 1 point, it's just like I was already having anxiety attacks before the exam. So then after the exam, it's just like broke down, mental breakdown. It's just like everything came out kind of, and it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. But I forgot that. Well, just because I was in my head a lot, like I forgot that exams aren't finalized right away. Like you walk out of the exam and there's a potential of two options of either of there being a curve in your favor or against your favor. So it's like your grade can go up or down. You know, and because I was just 1 point away, like I felt, or I should have remembered that 1 point away isn't bad and it's normally towards your favor. It's weird. I'm not gonna go into details, but exam wasn't finalized, and I didn't remember, and I just broke down, and I couldn't. Like I tried reaching out to people, but it didn't help. So it was kind of like I had to be able to deal with myself first, and then go to have some human contact. But it was just really hard to try and get myself out of that negative mindset and taking myself out of that anxiety episode. I struggled a lot for a really long time, actually. I got out of my exam at 3, and I think I may have fallen asleep between, maybe I may have like slept for 30 minutes, like around 6, I think. But like, point is, it just took a really long time, and because I was already having not a good day in the beginning, in the morning, like 7 a.m. It kind of just like prolonged it, and by the time that I woke up from my nap, excuse me, I was drained. I was emotionally drained, I was physically drained, I was mentally drained, I was just tired. I was tired, and yeah, it was exhausting. What ended up happening is like around 7 o'clock, I texted my teacher. I was like, hey, because I still hadn't received an email. I was checking every 2 seconds, but I texted my teacher and I was like, hey, like once you finalize the grades, can you let me know if I passed or not? Because like stress, anxiety, not hungry, but should probably eat kind of thing. Hour and a half later, she texted me, hey, you passed, so go eat. And I was just like, sweet Lord baby Jesus, thank you. Yeah, so I passed. But the process of finding out that I passed was, yeah, it was rough. And, it's like a lot of the times people don't really understand what others go through with anxiety and like anxiety attacks. And it's like people can say, oh, just breathe. Oh, just calm down. Like, yeah, thanks. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to breathe and I'm just trying to calm down. But it's harder. It's honestly, it's harder said than done. And a lot of the times it's hard to know what people should say to you when you're having these like attacks or when you're having those kinds of feelings, just because, again, oh, just breathe. Like, oh no shit, like I'm trying to breathe but I can't, but I think, at least for me, when my anxiety gets this bad or that bad, words sometimes don't help. And it's just like, just having someone, maybe just like physically being there, helps a lot. I know I called, well, I texted my family and I told them this before the test was finalized, and I told them I didn't pass. And my dad called me and he's like, Mija, it's okay, like, don't worry about it, like, it's just a test, like, you can still retake the class. And I was like, Dad, nope. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, I just can't. And he did it, he was saying those things to make me feel better. But again, it's like, sometimes, yeah, you can say like, well, it is okay. Like, if I wouldn't have had passed, like, it's okay. Like, I can retake the class, and, it's not the end of the world. It's not like a complete stop. It's just a little delay. But, I mean, thank God I didn't pass. I mean, thank God I passed the class. But it's just like, when, at least for me, I don't know about other people, but at least for me, it's like, when my head is in that, like, mindset or in that mode, positivity is really hard to get through. Really hard. And again, like, sometimes it's just better to, for others to kind of just like stay quiet and just be there, because sometimes just being there helps more than trying to encourage others, if that makes any sense. Like, if my dad was like physically here and he's like, oh Mija, it's okay, you got it, no worries, you can take it next semester, like, no, it's just gonna make me cry even more. So instead of him like doing that, if he would have just like have been here and like sat next to me and maybe put his arm around me and be like, like, it's okay, Mijita, and then just like let it all come out, sorry, it would have been better, or it's better, at least for me, when the anxiety is that bad. It's just a lot of time, again, people don't understand what we go through, and sometimes just being there physically and listening, or just staying quiet and not saying anything, is a lot more helpful than trying to find the right thing to say, because sometimes there is no right thing to say. Like, it's just we're going through what we're going through, and we kind of just have to let it happen, let it out, and yeah, it's hard to deal with as an individual with anxiety, and like dealing with anxiety, it's hard. It's so hard, and it annoys me because I hate feeling like it or like that. But sometimes it's just like I'm so in my head and I'm so hard on myself that it kind of just triggers it. And for like people on the outside, it's hard because they don't understand what we're going through and they don't know what to say or they don't know what to do. So if you know anybody that has anxiety or or if you've witnessed it or you've been a part of it or you maybe know someone that might have it or whatever, I think it takes a lot for us to say, hey, I'm having an anxiety attack, especially just because I usually don't like people knowing that I have an anxiety attack, or that I'm having anxiety. But it takes a lot for us to say something because we don't want to be judged or we don't want to be a burden or we just don't want to bother people. So if you know someone that has anxiety, just remind them that you're there for them. And if you see someone going through it, saying, hey, are you okay? They might say yes, they might say no. But if you know that they're not okay, then just go hug them or go sit down by them or just be there for more support. Yeah. So week 8 was just a kicker in the effing butt because of all of that. But thank God that I passed and I'm moving forward, and it's great. It sucked. It sucked so bad. But I'm happy because all the hard work paid off. And so yeah, so it was a rough week. Mentally. Everything actually. It was just a rough week. And so because I had all of that stress and all the anxiety, and I was I think I was eating more, I'm not sure. Or maybe I was eating less. I don't know. I don't remember. But going into measurements on Friday, I lost 3 pounds. So week 8 marked the day that I officially lost 10 pounds of body fat. So that was good, and it was actually really good, and I was really relieved because I was really worried that I was actually going to be gaining weight, just because of how the week went. But yeah, so I've officially lost 10 pounds in 8 weeks. And now, moving forward, I am focusing more on gaining muscle. So losing weight, if I lose weight, I'm going to lose weight because I'll be gaining more muscle. So it's just I'm switching all my focus right now on muscle gain, and I'm just gonna let my body burn all the fat and do its thing. I don't know if you can tell from the first video to week 9 video about my cheeks going down. I don't see it in my cheeks. I see it more in my belly. I still have, I sit down and I still have donuts and stuff, but they're not as big. So yeah, that's where I've noticed it. There are days where I'm just I wake up and I'm like, dang girl, and there are other days where I'm like, dang girl, you ate a lot last night, you need to tone it down, kind of thing. So yeah, and then again, I did my half marathon at the end of week 8, and it's kind of funny in a way. because every time I have a half marathon, um, something prior to the marathon always happens. And it's not necessarily bad, it's just like anxiety and depression wise, like something always happens. Always. And then I have this run. And then I'm like, dang it. Like, I have this run. I'm not feeling 100, but I paid for it, so I gotta go. And I go, I do, and it kind of just like reminds me that I underestimate myself a lot. Again, sorry. It reminds me that I underestimate myself a lot, and I'm capable of doing a lot of things. And it's not that I don't know that I'm not capable. Like, I know I'm capable, but it's just because I'm so hard on myself, I underestimate myself. Just like this class. The test on Wednesday. Beginning of the semester, not that, just giving you a background. I've had to dig myself out of a hole since January. So from January to May 1st, I dug myself out of a hole because my first exam, terrible. Let me tell you, it was disgusting, like a disgusting percentage, and like I felt that it's like when I got out of the exam, I felt that like I dug a grave. I went in there, I put the sand back, and then there was like a ton of, like a huge pile of like rocks just on top of the grave, and I had to dig out. That's how hard. That's how deep I was, and that's how hard I had to try and get out of that hole to be able to pass the class. So it was just like I did it, but throughout the process, like, it was hard and it was stressful, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but I did. And with the half marathon, same thing. I didn't train for it as much as I wanted to. Like, I would go to my workouts, but I didn't run as much. And so, like, starting the run, I was like, dang it, am I going to be able to do it? I didn't train. All of these people are running past me. These little kids are running past me. And I'm just like, oh my God. But I was tracking my run on the Nike app. And it kept, it would keep like alerts of whenever I finished a mile. It would give me my minute mile run, or like the pace that I was going, the mile that I was on, and the remaining of the miles that I had. So that was good, and that was like, hey, like, you're doing good, kind of thing. It's like, you're mile 1 and you ran it in. I ran I ran mile 1 in 8 minutes and 30 seconds, which is really good compared to how my mile run was before. So, excuse me. So yeah. So it's just like I'm actually really glad that I did the half marathon, and that it happened during that time, because it just kind of like makes me step back into reality that I can do anything I can when I set my mind to it. So I need to not be so hard on myself, and just do it. It's just like, I gotta study, I gotta take myself out of this hole. Let's do it. But keep all that negativity away. Like, stop it. Like, tell it to stop. That was really weird. But yeah. So 2 hours, 9 minutes, half marathon. Good. Now my expectations are higher for the next one that I do, and I'm actually doing one in, I think it's November. I'm not sure, but it's during the fall. So, but no pressure on myself. But yeah, that was my week 8 and 9, and I'm proud of myself and how far I've gone. Physically, I'm not where I would like to be, but I'm getting there, and I'm making healthier choices. I actually meal prepped last week, so that was good because it's been a while since I've meal prepped. Right now I need a haircut because my hair's nasty. But yeah, so it's just one thing that I guess I would like for you guys to take is don't underestimate yourself, because we're capable of doing anything we want. It's not going to be easy, but we're capable of doing it. And talking yourself down, and I say that from experience because I used to have really bad self-esteem, and I've gotten a lot better, but you don't need that. No, you don't need that. So if you don't think you're good enough for something or for someone, screw it. You don't know that. Like, you're good enough, and if they don't like you back, then that's their problem, because you cool, you're right. So no down talking, no underestimating yourself, no second guessing yourself. It's hard to keep that negative, like those negative thoughts out of our heads, but if we do, like, you'll be good, because again, like I said, we're able to do, and you're able to do more than what you think you can, and you're able to like take on so much more than you think you can. And I'm not saying like overwhelm yourself with a ton of things, but it's just like if it's something that you want to do, photography, nursing, you want to like be like super good at volleyball, or like yoga, or coloring, singing, anything. Like, if it's your first time, if it's your like 5th time trying, alright, it's your first time trying, alright, try it, do it, stick to it, commit to it. And if it's something you like, and it's something you love, and it's something that you know you're good at and you're going to be good at, then keep going at it. Be passionate, be committed, because all you need is good support group, people that encourage you. Avoid negativity. So don't talk back to yourself, because that's a huge thing. So anytime you have a negative thought, just look yourself in the mirror and be like, stop it. Cut the crap out. You're good. You're worthy. You're talented. You're able to do whatever the flip you want. So, no doubt talking. I know, easier said than done, but you can do it. So, that's what I would like to leave you guys with. And also, side note, I ordered more Staunch. I really need to get sponsored by them. I don't know why they don't sponsor me, because it's like I do it for free, and you know. But anyways, I got a new flavor of BCAASM pre-workout. For the pre-workout, I got an Aussie apple. It smells like, what does it smell like? I think it smells like Tums, but it tastes good. And then for the BCAAs, I got pineapple flavor. I haven't had them yet because I'm not done with the other ones I've ordered. But when I do, I'll let you guys know how they taste. And then I also bought a, let me double check. I bought a sweater that says Team Self Love, and it's by Nicole Axelson. If you guys look her up on Instagram, she'll pop up. And what she does pretty much is she struggled through an eating disorder, and now she's coming back, or she came back from it, and she is selling these items. And she actually, not only does she sell apparel, but workout exercises to support females, and showing them that they're able to move forward. And it's not even just for like people with eating disorders. Like, you can move forward through anything. Eating disorders, mental health disorders, anything. Sorry, it's buzzing. But yeah, so I bought a sweatshirt, and it's great. So Nicole Axelson, and 10% of the proceedings go towards a organization that help with people through eating disorders. Let me see if I can find the actual. No, I don't think so. Okay, but it's for a good cause, swear. And then the second thing that I wanted to tell you guys about was Kelsey Dura. If you guys don't know her, she used to work for BuzzFeed, and she's super cool, and she's super funny, and I really like her. But she also sells like apparel, like clothing, and I bought I bought 2 shirts. One says Anxiety Queen, and the other says Confidently Insecure. And she also she suffers from anxiety and depression, and a couple of other things. But 10% of the proceedings go towards an organization that helps people through mental health illnesses. Again, it's important. Sorry, let me see if I can. I apologize. I should have done this before I did it. I apologize. But yes. Here, wait. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the proceedings, or part of the proceedings, go to National Alliance on Mental Illness Advocacy Group. So again, it's like mental illness, not necessarily generalized to bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever, like those kinds of disorders, but also anxiety, depression, because it's a thing. And I feel like people just take it lightly. Oh, you have anxiety. Big deal, big whoop. Like, no, it's a real thing, and it can affect people a lot, like myself. So she's super cute. I love her so much. But yeah, so I recommend you guys to look at their websites, Nicole Axelson and Kelsey Dura. They're people, normal people that go through things and that are helping. They're doing things to help the community, and you can help the community too by making those purchases. I made them because, one, I am the queen of anxiety as well, and I am confidently insecure. And I need to practice on my self-love, you know? So I think it's something that it's for a good cause, and I think people need to be aware. I personally haven't, like, I've told my family, like my mom, my dad, my sisters, like, they all know. But it's been hard. Right now it's easier to tell people that I have anxiety and, like, I suffer from depression, and it's kind of like meh, you know. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Not that I was, but it was just harder for me to say it because it was like, shoot, like, I have anxiety and depression. But no, it's like, oh yeah, I have anxiety and depression, and this is what I do to help me get through it. But yeah, Kelsey Durrell, Nicole Axelson, staunch, love it. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything, let me know. Hit me up. I hope you guys have a good week, and enjoy summer for those of you who are in school. If you're not, enjoy the sunshine. Do something fun. I want to do something fun. I need to do something fun, but I have to wait because I'm in school still. So, yes. Yeah. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. I hope you guys, I hope this helps you guys some way, and encourages you guys some way, because y'all aren't the only ones struggling out there in the world. There's other people like me. Also, does this screen look weird on me? My roommate told me that not that I look weird, but I just never wear green. So now I'm wearing green because why not? It's my half marathon shirt. Yeah. So see ya. Have a good day. Have a good week. And I'll see ya.